Dragons Broadcast Network. Unfortunately, it has not been the smoothest of rides on WTVM News Leader 9, but with about 7 minutes to puck drop, we're hoping all of those things will correct and sort themselves out, and we'll be back and good to go sooner rather than later. Of course, we thank you for your patience here on the River Dragons Radio Network, too. And for those of you hanging along for the ride on YouTube, hey, give us a like, subscribe onto the video as well. C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and of course, Columbus River Dragons on YouTube. While we have the radio network here, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Back here on the River Dragons Radio Network, time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Thunderbirds and Port Huron Prowlers got themselves started at 6:05, so they're already into the second period. 3 minutes gone, and it is 2-0 Carolina. Goal scored in this one by Jarrett Meyer and Tommy Cardle, both coming in the first period of play. As the Thunderbirds are out shooting the Prowlers by a tally of 13-7. The goaltenders in that particular game: Richard Shipman for the Prowlers, Brandon Rossi for the Thunderbirds. Also starting up at 7 o'clock with us, it is Delaware at Binghamton. And that game has a lot of pretenses on the playoff picture as it stands right now. We already mentioned Watertown has clinched their spot by virtue of their win on Friday night. The River Dragons had a couple of different clinching scenarios coming into the weekend. However, after last night's 4-1 loss to the Hattricks, that makes it basically to a T, one particular outcome in terms of clinching a playoff scenario still being alive. The River Dragons have to sweep the remainder of this series, take 6 points out of 6 from Danbury, and the Delaware Thunder cannot take another point this weekend. If the Binghamton Black Bears give up a point to Delaware, Columbus will have to wait until next weekend against the Carolina Thunderbirds to potentially get that X by their name. That means the Watertown Wolves are off tonight. Delaware at Binghamton will be dropping the puck right around the same time as us. That is your look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Very quickly, let's take a look at the SPHL on the Southern Hockey scoreboard. With 11 teams in the league, 10 out of the possible 11 being in action tonight. Birmingham is at Macon, 4.5 left to go in the first, and it's 1-1 between the Bulls and the Mayhem. They're dropping the puck right at the top of the hour. Pensacola at Roanoke. 7:35 puck drop. Fayetteville is at Knoxville, then over in the Central Time Zone. 8:10 East, 7:10 Central. Evansville is at Quad City. 8:15 East, 7:15 Central. It is Vermilion County at Peoria. That makes the Huntsville Havoc your 11th Nugget tonight, and they are off for tonight until they play tomorrow, a 6 East, 5 Central puck drop where they welcome in the Birmingham Bulls. That will just about do it for our Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. Let's take a break. When we come back, we are all set for puck drop here in Danbury on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community, and you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing licensing lender. NMLS number
Dressing for
410611.
success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally clean garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragon's trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter, and of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team, so what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message, and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Welcome back into the Danbury Ice Arena here in Danbury, Connecticut. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along here in the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth. There is an extended pregame show going on here in Danbury, as we have mentioned. Because of that, we're going to bring it here on face camera for right now and let you know that as we get ready for this game, the River Dragons, they had a pretty good meeting in the middle of the day at the hotel we're staying at, just to go over some film, just to go over some of the systems and get ready for tonight's game. Obviously, last night going 1 for 10 on the Georgia power play, not a recipe for success. If you're getting double-digit power play opportunities throughout the night, you should be finding the back of the net more than once, probably more than once just on the power play. So you know the offensive side of things really got a lot of instruction trying to push them through. On the back side of things, we obviously see Mike Cosentino in net. He gets his first start as a River Dragon on the road. So let's see how he does here in a hostile environment with his brand new team. Should be a lot of fun. We are getting the starting lineups announced here for the hat tricks. We do know that it is Peter DeSalvo in net. Atwell and Brown are the defensemen, with Ruiz, Neely, and Levesque making up the rest of the starting 6. Over for the River Dragons, it's Mike Cosentino in net. It's Chase Carter and Adam Vanelli on defense. MJ Graham, Kirk Underwood, and Marquise Grant Mentis, they are the forwards. Let's flip it back over to ice level. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take it down to ice level for the pregame ceremonies and our national anthem.
The coaching staff. General Manager, Billy McCreary. Head Coach, Dave McIsaac. Assistant Coaches, John Krupinski, Tyler Noseworthy, Matt Moidy, and Equipment Manager, Kian Barsad. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time we ask that you stand and please remove your caps as we honor those who protect our freedom. Singing the national anthem tonight, please welcome the Midnight Anthem.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem here in a packed house in Danbury, Connecticut. I'm Zach DeBozart, happy to have you along here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Columbus and Danbury set to do battle for the second time in as many nights here in this 3-3 weekend series. We already mentioned our starting lineups. The Kinetic goaltending matchup, Save More with Kinetic, sees Peter DeSalvo against Mike Cosentino. DeSalvo mans the pipes over to our left, and the hat tricks, because it's throwback night, are dressed in Danbury Trashers-inspired uniforms. Black jersey with white numbers, blue and silver striping on the sleeves and at the hips with white paneling down the rest of the way on the jerseys. A very old school look for the Danbury Trashers with Danbury hat tricks styling the Danbury Trashers style uniforms. They go left to right across your radio dial and television screens. And Mike Cosentino mans the pipes over to our right. The River Dragons are dressed in their road whites, sash Columbus, white helmets, black shoulders, pants, and numbers with white, red, and teal trim throughout. They are going to go right to left. Johnny Ruiz and MJ Graham are doing the photo op for our ceremonial first face-offs, not just one face-off. They got a red carpet rolled out. It looks like a youth hockey team coming out to take the puck drop with our captains, or captain and alternate in the case of MJ Graham, letting the birthday boy take care of the photo op responsibilities here in Danbury. Crowd is still filing in. It is a packed arena here in Danbury. You thought it was loud yesterday? Oh, it's about to be a raucous arena. This is going to be a lot of fun to play some hockey in. Red carpet has been rolled up. Nothing left to do but to get to it. Big key to the game for the River Dragons. How will they start, and what will that first power play look like? Being a little bit anemic on it last night. Once they get that first opportunity, if they cash in on it, you know that will have them feeling good. Heck, if they start really good, get the goal in that first 5 minutes, they'll be feeling it as well. Underwood and Ruiz ready to take this draw. Referee with the puck in hand. And we are underway here in Danbury. Happy to have you along for the ride on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. WTVM News Leader 9 leading the way. River Dragons have this back in their own end. Vanelli and Carter, they'll play a little catch. Carter skates it through the middle, and at the red line, he'll backhand chip it into the zone. Underwood gets a touch on it, but he beat the puck over the blue line, and we get an offsides call 18 seconds into the first. Face-off coming opposite the Danbury bench. Ruiz boxes out and wins it back to his defense. Atwell sends it over for Brown, and Brown will send that one skyward over the head of Vanelli. Icing is on, and Vanelli will win the race to the hash marks and draw the call. 19:33 now left to go here in the first. 27 seconds in, and we'll be dropping our third face-off. It's a face-off every 9 seconds. And that doesn't exactly make for the most entertaining hockey game, but we saw a similar start to this in last night's game. The teams really feeling each other out, getting an idea of what each team's got. Only one game of intel. I guess they're still looking for it. Graham fires a shot from the top of the circles, and that one stopped by DeSalvo off the wall. It's picked off by the Hat-Tricks, but Underwood finds two at first. Underwood down on a knee in the left wing circle, over to MJ Graham, trying to get it back to the top to Carter, and Levesque with a good stick gets in the way. Danbury trying to change behind this. Grant Mentis, one touch to Graham, back on a drop for Grant Mentis. He shoots it, and it's sticked away by DeSalvo. He comes out of his net, and it will be rimmed around here for Ojic. Ojic off the wall, down the ice it goes. He hits Mealy in stride. Mealy's got an open right wing, shoots, and a great glove save made there by Cosentino. This one sent up ahead. Bersani tried to play it through the legs to Doe. He's offline with the pass. Ozelinch takes one away to his own blue line. Graham takes a hit, feeds Doe. Right circle, walks it in, fires. That one just high over the bar. Ian White can't hold that one into the left point. Ojic walks it out to center, gains the red line, and dumps it in. Cosentino lets it go by. We get a penalty coming up behind the play, and it looks like too many men on the ice is the call. Too many men, but against who? Looks like it will be the River Dragons as Levi Armstrong will head across to serve. So the River Dragons, guilty of a bench minor, too many men on the ice. It'll be the first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Danbury fifth at 19.2% on the power play. River Dragons still number one, but that number took a hit in the PK department, 84.6%. Ozelinch checks down Levesque behind the net. Ruiz gets away from Doe, gets it to Gallagher, left point. His shot, save made Cosentino, and the rebound steered away by White. Pietrangelo trying to go on a race for this one. Gallagher cuts him off in the neutral zone. Pietrangelo gets it back, flips it in at net, and DeSalvo, standing tall in his crease, gloved it. Gallagher moves this one ahead. A pass to the right wing side for Ruiz. Ruiz played it off of Mealy, in on sides. Mealy gets back to the right point. Nice diving play by Bersani. Breaks up the D-to-D pass. And Danbury will again have to go back out in the neutral zone. 45 seconds gone in the bench minor for too many men on the ice. River Dragons on their first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Gallagher moves this one over to Lazaro. Now he moves it right wing to Ruiz. Ruiz gets around one check of Nolan, still with the puck on his stick, moves it underneath the goal line. Grade pokes it away from him and gets over to Mealy on the half wall. To the top for Atwell. His shot well wide. Ruiz off the backboards. Backhand went to himself after he hit a River Dragon with it. Now trying to cycle it in the corner. Coming out in front, Levesque. His shot and stood up tall there is Cosentino. Ruiz bobbled the puck a bit, and it'll be dumped down the length of the ice off the stick of Jake Grade. And the River Dragons will get a fresh four out there on the PK. 35 seconds remaining in the Danbury power play. Atwell from behind his own net. Skates this one. Now a pass straight up the middle of the ice. Finds Tobias Ojic. Ojic spins it back at the right circle. Grant Mentis read that pass intended for the slot. He's able to send it out. And Atwell has to collect back at his own blue line. Atwell up ahead here and coming back the wrong direction is Kuznetsov. Now he turns it up ice. Kuznetsov fakes left, goes right. He's over the line, right circle with this, firing a shot. And that one save made by Cosentino. Coming out of the box here is Armstrong in 2 seconds. And 1 for 1. The Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Corey Anderson, big check onto MJ Graham as he entered into the zone. Graham a little slow to get up, and Armstrong is going to jump at Anderson, and those two are in a straight-up wrestling match. Helmets and gloves are off. Armstrong is just straight up on top of Anderson, and both benches get to their feet, tap the boards, and the crowd loves it too. No quicker did Levi Armstrong get out of the box from serving at too many men on the ice than did he go after Corey Anderson for that hit on MJ Graham. And now we will sort out the yard sale and sort out the penalties that are to come from this. 16:27 to go here in the first, and it is no score between Danbury and Columbus. Pietrangelo and Ruiz, the captains for their respective teams, huddle right near the referee's crease while they await the decision. There was no arm up on the Anderson hit on Graham. While it was near the boards, it was not ruled to have been boarding with no arm up. And it looks like with a quick discussion from the captains, it looks like it'll be 5 minutes for fighting on each guy. And we'll just drop this puck at center ice. What a start to tonight's game. 16:27 to go here in the first. And a near sold-out Danbury Ice Arena has already gotten a pretty good fight between Armstrong and Anderson.
Corey Anderson.
This one dumped into the zone, right wing by Dalton Anderson of the River Dragons, that is. DeSalvo will rim this one behind his own net. Held in right point by Carter. Over to Schmidt at the left point. His shot blocked. Schmidt gets it back, still in the zone along the blue line. Backhand, bobbled it. Nope, still in the zone as it goes off of his body. And McDonald just weakly plays it out to center. Shot in there by Riley. Behind the net it goes. DeSalvo slows it up there for Daniluk. And now moving it up the left wing side here is Adamo Aslan. Aslan draws into the lineup after he was scratched last night. Brett Jackson moves up onto the third line from the depth chart we received from the Danbury PR department. Look out, turnover here. Austin Doe left circle, had a chance at that one, and Jackson came back nicely in recovery to prevent him from going towards net. Riley to the middle. Bersani tried to let one go there, and it was blocked in front by Jackson. Bersani has to go get this one all the way back in the neutral zone. A little give and go there with Ozelinch was off the mark, and now Bersani's underneath his own goal line. 15-20 to go here in the first. No score. Columbus and Danbury. Long pass ahead. Petrantonio with this left wing side. Being watched by Brown. Big hip check as Brown slows the captain's progress. Doe ties up here with Atwell. Petrantonio with Brown all over his back. Trying to go at it in the corner. Doe picks it out of feet. Atwell still with them, shoulder to shoulder. Those two go into the far side wall. Atwell trying to get it around Ian White, who had pinched on the play, and he does get it out to center. Petrantonio, good shoulder there, gains the red line and shoots it into the left wing corner. Brown on this puck with Bersani on the forecheck. Bersani gives him a check. Petrantonio to the middle, and Atwell got there before Grant Mentis could. Now look out, a stretch pass and a breakaway for Nikola Levesque. Levesque in all alone, goes to the backhand. He scores! Hat-tricks on the board first. 5 minutes and 22 seconds in. Nikola Levesque found a space behind the Columbus defense and a great feed from Tom Mealy to hit him there. And a lot of moves. Got Mike Cosentino to go down in the backhand, elevated over him. And it is 1-0 hat-tricks. As a reminder from what we had during last night's game, the carrot toss after the first goal of the game. Carrots are thrown onto the ice, and I guess closest to the center wins a prize from the hat trick. So this promotion goes on and gives us a little bit of time to catch our breath, and maybe for those of you listening in on television to get a little acclimated to our situation here in Danbury. To let you know, the screen you're looking at during the game broadcast, we're basically in the bottom left corner where the Zamboni comes in and out, and just over that Zamboni overhang is also where the goal horn is. So when Danbury scores, especially on this network, you'll be hearing that horn loud and clear. Nikola Levesque, he gets the goal, his 10th of the season here in the FPHL. He's playing in only his 10th game, which now makes him playoff eligible for the hat-tricks after he had been spending some time up in some of the upper leagues. But when he's been down here in the Fed, he is just about a point-per-game player. Coming into today's game, 9 games played, 9 goals, 8 assists for 17 points. So that is 1 point off being a 2-point-per-game player. And he gets his night started off well with the game's opening goal, 5:22 in. Carrots are cleaned up off of the ice. And with that, we are ready to go. Your goal scoring summary looks like this. Levesque from Ruiz and Lazaro. So my apologies, it was Ruiz who found him on the pass, not Tom Mealy. And Ruiz adds to his very impressive numbers this season. That is his 30th assist and 66th point in the FPHL this season. Puck is dropped at center ice. We are back underway with Cosentino playing this one from behind his own net. 14.5 to go in the first. Grant Mentis picks it off the wall. Graham trying to use some speed. Right wing circle, fires a shot, and a pad save made by DeSalvo. Rebound to the left circle. Grant Mentis shoots, and a glove save made by the Danbury netminder. And with that, we get our media timeout. 14:20 to go here in the first. 1-0 hat-tricks here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
It's time for River Dragons hockey.
Have you been putting off projects on your property, waiting for the right time to buy a tractor? Come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the quality John Deere tractor with the implements to meet your needs. And owning a John Deere from Sun South is more affordable than ever with 0% financing for 72 months on select models. So why wait to tackle tough jobs on your property? Come see us for your John Deere at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offers expires February 28, 2022.
Back here at the Danbury Ice Arena, 14:20 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Hat-Tricks in front. Shots even right now at 3 apiece on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, no compromise. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along here on this Saturday night. We're here on WTVM News Leader 9, also live on the River Dragons Radio Network. 4 stations across West Georgia and East Alabama. Face-off coming to the right of DeSalvo. Just so wins that one, nearly back to his netminder, grazed the top of the crease, goes to the far corner. River Dragons can't hold in at the right point. Danbury gets out of the zone with Ojic. Ojic at the right wing, gains the red line and backhands into the Columbus end. Vanelli lets it go by him. Carter, he takes a hit, moves it to the corner. He's first on it himself, takes a hit from Gisso. Pass to the middle was wide of its intended target there in Jackson. Just so plays another hit onto a man. That's Vanelli. So it goes around to the far boards. Graham, good chip into the neutral zone. Grant Mentis will find it. Right to Underwood. He kicks it to a stick. Underwood dodges one man. Backhand effort. Save made DeSalvo. And the rebound, Gallagher puts a shove onto Underwood from behind the net. Carter can't hold it in. It goes to his legs at the left point. Vanelli has it at his own blue. Now up to MJ Graham as the River Dragons get a half change behind this. Graham, nice outside in, trying to go back to outside move, but Jackson got between Graham and the puck. Now Brett Jackson has it here through the neutral zone. Justin Schmidt going with him, shoulder to shoulder. Brett Jackson left circle shot, and that's well wide of the glove hand on Cosentino. At the right point, Danbury holds in. Down into the corner it goes. To the right point, Gallagher. He shoots, and a great save made there by Cosentino. Rebound to the side of the net, and Cos will find it and cover it up with the glove. 13:08 left to go here in the first. It is still 1-0 Danbury. Nicola Levesque's 10th goal of the season. Face off to the left of Cosentino. And White on the backhand, able to flip this one out off the River Dragons face-off win. Out of a scrum, down the ice it goes, right at net towards DeSalvo. He'll stick it there and play it over to the left wing side for White Duck. Koniak White Duck, he's into the lineup. Another one of the rotations put on by head coach Dave McIsaac between Friday and Saturday night's lineup. This one dumped in by Johnny McDonald, and the River Dragons have it in their own end as the Hat-Tricks are trying to change. 12:37 to go here in the first. 1-0, Rabbits in front. White from behind his own net, keeps it going to the far side wall. Schmidt takes a hit, but puts it right out of the path of Anderson. Anderson's got Riley left wing, keeps himself on side on the dump in. DeSalvo gets in front of Riley there, plays it to an open near corner, and Brett Jackson's got it here for Danbury. Moved up ahead, Tom Mealy, he gets around a man. Jake Grade pokes that one away, and now here's Brad Nolan on the near circle. Nolan over for Grade, skates that into the neutral zone, and from the red line will dump it in right wing. Behind the net, DeSalvo with it here. Atwell from the half wall. Nice pass right onto the tape of Ruiz. 3-on-2 for the Hat-Tricks as they hit the line. Levesque got it right circle. Back for Ruiz. Dribbled towards Cosentino. He sticks it, gloves it, and takes a whistle. 11:54 now to go here in period one. Dragons trailing the Hat-Tricks here on the road in this game 2 of a 3-game set. From the Hat-Tricks win last night, that vaulted them ahead of Columbus in points percentage to second place in the FPHL, a very important position in the Commissioner's Cup playoff tree. Go to rdragons.com for more details on that. River Dragons need to take all 3 points to get themselves back into second ahead of Sunday. Petrantonio's centering feed is sticked away by DeSalvo. Petrantonio takes it on the near side wall. A backhand goes off a body, finds Bersani, and now Austin Doe puts it down underneath the goal line. Brown's first on it there. Sent around, right point, held in by Nolan. To Petrantonio, now back behind the net for Doe. Doe to the middle. That one went through Bersani as he was tied up with a man, and here comes Tom Mealy. Mealy gets this one across to Ruiz, the left wing side. It'll be dumped in. Cosentino from behind the net. Nolan able to evade one man. Now trying to fight and getting his stick lifted. Check that. That's Vanelli, 26, not 24. My apologies there. He gets it over to Carter. And Carter's got some time on the near side wall. Up ahead for Grant Mentis. Couldn't handle it clean. From the red line, Vanelli will just dump it in instead. DeSalvo from behind the net. Left it there for Gallagher. Underwood gives a big check onto him. And MJ Graham's got the puck left wing corner. To Underwood, now up the wall, Chase Carter. Left point, fakes the shot, now fires. Graham a tip right into the glove. DeSalvo, who holds it up and gets the whistle. 10:48 left to go here in the first. And it is still 1-0. And the stick taps on both benches as Corey Anderson and Levi Armstrong return to their respective benches. Anderson and Underwood in on this draw. Just so. And Just so won that one straight back to DeSalvo. And those two will have a little conversation and try not to do that again, as we'll do another face-off coming up to DeSalvo's right. Well, it was one straight back again, nearly to DeSalvo, but that time it was blocked by Lazaro. Held in right point by Carter on his attempted clear out. And the Hat-Tricks have it underneath their own goal line. Gallagher trying to move this one up the near wall. Kuznetsov helps it along its way and gets it out into neutral ice. Carter to Vanelli, now back to Carter. River Dragons trying to poke this one up into the air. Underwood got a good stick to it. Graham is not on sides. Yes, he is, as Underwood comes in just in time for Graham to get on the blue. Hat-Tricks wanted a call, but either way, they have the puck. Now they're coming into the offensive zone. Kuznetsov at the left point with it. He shoots. That one blocked in front by Vanelli. Over at the left circle with it, Just so tries to play it across. Holding on to his post far side is Cosentino. Been any funny business there. Columbus will shoot it out to the neutral zone, and Daniluk will have it now for the Hat-Tricks. Just so, shoved there by MJ Graham as he heads off for a change. Over in the near side corner, Carter has to go chase after this one all the way to the far side. He's checked by Kuznetsov, but a pass finds its intended target in Underwood up ahead. Underwood off the left wing side for Anderson. Shoots that one into the zone. Armstrong trying to go in at DeSalvo, who's cool as you like from behind the net, and plays it away from him. White holds in right point. Armstrong has it now left wing corner. Back to the left point. Ozelich, a shot from the top of the circles, goes wide. Off the backboards. Anderson to the top. Right point. White fires. That one hit the helmet of DeSalvo. He tried to catch it in the air, and he actually missed. Meanwhile, Armstrong takes a check, and the door behind the net of DeSalvo pops free. And that could have been dangerous. Everybody very quickly able to stop. And it's a good time for immediate timeout. 9:17 left to go in the first. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We are back here at the Danbury Ice Arena. River Dragons trail the Hat-Tricks by a score of 1-0. 9:17 to go here in the first. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. It is throwback night here at the Danbury Arena. Hat-Tricks, do not adjust your television screens. They are dressed in black, blue, and white, similar to that of the old Danbury Trasher, still with the Hat-Tricks logo on the chest. And there is a packed crowd here in the Danbury Ice Arena to show for their favorite teams of the past. Dalton Anderson and Corey Anderson on this draw. Dalton will win it. Riley, a shot blockered away by DeSalvo, and it ends up being in his equipment. He looked behind him for a moment. Not often do you blocker a puck and it stays with you, but DeSalvo looked behind him just to make sure. Caught up in his equipment, and he gets another whistle coming up to his right. 9:13 left to go here in the first. And the face-off coming to the right of DeSalvo, won by Danbury. Atwell plays it off the far wall. It gets out to center. Armstrong was taking some pressure from Ruiz, gets it back to his defense. Dalton Anderson, left wing side, gains the red line, cross-ice dump into the Danbury zone. Atwell takes a hit there from Riley, then stood up by Armstrong, still with the puck on his stick. It's a strong player right there for the Hat-Tricks. Now it's passed into the zone, right wing over to Levesque. Levesque has the Danbury goal so far in this one. Pass to the corner. Ruiz works it up to the top there. Atwell trying to get it over for Brown, and Atwell's pass is offline, forced Brown to get out of the zone. And the Hat-Tricks change behind this. Cosentino slows it up behind his own net. Grade, touch pass to Petrantonio, was read by Corey Anderson. And we get a whistle as the Hat-Tricks touch the puck. Might they have been in an offside position? Appears they were, as the faceoff will be opposite the Columbus bench. Josh Petrantonio having a discussion Thinking maybe the offside should come all the way down to the Danbury end. He will lose that argument. Bersani and Corey Anderson on this one. Bersani will win it, and Columbus has possession with Brad Nolan playing it up to Bersani. Over the Hat-Tricks logo at center. Backhand flips that one into the zone left wing. DeSalvo slows it up. Petrantonio nearly poked it off of him. Bersani runs into a man at the half wall there. That's White Duck. Held in at the right point nicely by Grade. He has to fight with the body check, though, of Corey Anderson. Bersani gets out and in just in time to stay on sides. It's kicked out by the Hat-Tricks, and Grade has it at the red line. Nice filter pass through. Ahead for Brad Nolan. Nolan in a stick battle of his own. Now Bersani trying to go to an open left wing. That one knocked away by Anderson. And look out, here's a play up ahead for Ojic. His shot, and a great save by Cosentino. Standing tall atop his crease. Goes down into the butterfly and swallows that one up for a whistle. 7:48 left to go here in the first. And the Hat-Tricks are showing a lot of capability playing on the counterattack right now. It's how they got their goal. Stretch pass to a breakaway. And right there with all sorts of chaos on the far side of the ice, River Dragons were desperately trying to break it over to their left wing. Eventually the Hat-Tricks found a puck, deflected it, and came in just as quickly with that shot. Cosentino, though, made the good save. River Dragons going right to left across your radio dials and TV screens. Ian White takes his time behind his own net. Pass up ahead to MJ Graham. Nice one touch on the backhand over to Marquise Grant-Mentis. He's in over the line. A pass back circle to circle. MJ Graham gets there before Gallagher, but Gallagher gets the better of him. Graham at the half wall, able to play it down deeper though. Daniluk from behind the net for Kuznetsov. Flips that one out to center. Giseau and Grant-Mentis, they rub shoulders. White, he's facing some trouble with Jackson. Backhand across. Cosentino lost his stick. A penalty coming up here against the River Dragons, though. He's cutting to the net. Giseau is tripped up. Giseau still with it. Left wing circle over for Atwell. Atwell to Giseau. A save made. Rebound effort Jackson, and it'll be touched by Underwood. And then Underwood gets dumped down, and this is going to draw a crowd off of the whistle. And I think Kuznetsov might have inadvertently evened this one up. Only saw one referee arm up in the air. Now they both have arms, unless I was unaware to the front official on the right side of the ice. Oh, he's pointing to Kuznetsov, one is, and the other pointing towards the Dragons. So this appears to be evened up 4-on-4 off of Kuznetsov's hit on Underwood as the whistle went. Who do the Dragons have to send across? Justin Schmidt will take the long skate widthwise across the ice. And Schmidt will stand in, as will Kuznetsov, and we'll skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
Hey fans, a reminder, at the end of
it's tough for us to tell what the initial call was going to be on Columbus. We did see the arm up in the air, and DeSalvo had head off to the net, or excuse me, had head off to the bench. But Giseau being tripped down in front of the net, and it looks like it'd actually be Marquise Grant-Mentis, not Justin Schmidt, going in. Not sure how you can mistake those two identities. One much taller and beefier and a fighter. The other shorter, more skillful type guy. Also, I don't think Marquise Grant-Mentis was on that defensive 3-on-2, if you will. But that's who they end up going with. So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here with 6:54 left to go in the first. A lot of open ice here. As Riley is pointing over to Jerome Bichard and the Columbus bench, trying to get some instructions. Referee is also at the Columbus bench, letting him know what the situation is. We are 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. Ruiz and Riley on the draw, popped up off the centerman's sticks, high up into the air and on the far corner. Danbury gets it back. Ruiz almost worked it to the middle for a chance, but it's knocked away. Now here's Vanelli with some speed. Vanelli showing off the wheels, left circle, backhand shot, shouldered away, rebound chance was sticked away by DeSalvo, and Riley, nearly right place, right time, ran it into the net, but it goes wide, and Danbury takes it back over. Gallagher with it in the neutral zone. Dodges Riley, left wing. He's in over the line, 2-on-2. Gallagher trying to get away from Vanelli. He staple guns him to the boards. From behind the net, Gallagher tries to wrap it around near side, and Cosentino is holding onto the post. Anderson, right point. His shot deflects off a body and goes underneath the goal line. Carter's pass to Bersani, hits him on the skates, now onto the stick. He played it up ahead. Riley couldn't stick that one out of the air. DeSalvo comes well out of his net to the bottom of the circles and plays that one over for his teammates. 6 minutes left to go here in the first and 1:05 remaining in 4-on-4. If you saw any of the game last night, you know Peter DeSalvo, a very active netminder, when the puck goes in the general vicinity of his goal crease, behind his net, or in that case out to the bottom of the circles. And you know the River Dragons have seen that, but will they try and make him pay at some point during this game for being too aggressive? Levesque takes it behind his own net for a little bit of support. 40 seconds now left to go in the 4-on-4. Gallagher, right circle, drops it back for Atwell. River Dragons doing a good job playing a 1-1-2 trap here in the 4-on-4 as Doe trades places with Petrantonio on the forecheck. Now they move it back more into a box as Atwell skates this up. Right wing side over to Brown, gains the red line and dumps it in. Cosentino slowed up there. Anderson left wing corner to the middle. A chance and a good stick lift by Doe prevents that chance. Petrantonio gives it right wing to Ian White. White up on the play at the right circle. Pass across and Petrantonio was canceled by Brown as he was trying to drive the net. Doe lifts the stick over to Petrantonio, trying to go back for Doe, and a great stick away by Peter DeSalvo. Knocked that one out of his crease. Levesque tries to sidestep a man, gets through the legs of White, but Petrantonio couldn't bring that back to the forehand as Kuznetsov and Grant Mentis are both out of the box for 5-on-5, and Kuznetsov made an immediate hit on the captain. Now Kuznetsov has the puck at the red line. Over to the left wing circle, it's Gisso. Gisso fires, blocker save made by Cosentino. Rebound goes behind the net. Nolan tied up with a man. Grant Mentis moves that one up but not out. Left point held in by McDonald. Behind the net it goes for Nolan. It rims around here. And this one will be laid up. No, not out of the zone. Gisso just held it in along the blue as Grant Mentis couldn't get around him. Second effort. River Dragons play it to an open right wing for MJ Graham. Staring down McDonald. Graham right circle to the middle. Great deflection there by Carter. Carter got run into there by DeSalvo. And now Graham is going to drop the gloves with Ojic. Those two end up going at it. They're down on the ice. Ojic doesn't want to fire with Graham in a prone position. The linesmen, they got to themselves in the way. And now the linesmen are going to let them go? No. I guess they're going to skate to the penalty box. Quite the odd fight right there. Carter got a touch on that puck, trying to drive towards the net. He sent it wide, and then DeSalvo and Carter stood up towards each other and resulted in Graham and Ojic getting into a fight. Let's take immediate timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Have you been putting off projects on your property, waiting for the right time to buy a tractor? Come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the quality John Deere tractor with the implements to meet your needs. And owning a John Deere from Sun South is more affordable than ever with 0% financing for 72 months on select models. So why wait to tackle tough jobs on your property? Come see us for your John Deere at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offers expires February 28, 2022.
Back here at the Danbury Ice Arena, 4:09 left to go here in the first. 1-0. The Hat-Tricks lead. A breakaway goal from Nicola Levesque at the 5:22 mark of the first currently separates the teams. We're having a discussion outside the referee's crease as Nicola Levesque leaves that situation. Josh Petrantonio awaiting the decision. Should just be 5 minutes for fighting each for Ojic and Graham as they got into a scrap right at the end of the play before we took our media timeout. Now that being said, Tobias Ojic just went up with 2 minutes on the board. So what did they call here? Does Ojic have an instigator that'll put the River Dragons on the power play? Currently all we see is fighting on federalhockey.com that we use for our official scorekeepers look at this. Right now, that seems to be the end of discussions between the benches, players, and referees. And somebody will have to go in to serve Ojic's extra 2 as he got caught up in that 5-minute fight with MJ Graham. So skating across will be Brett Jackson. So there's an extra 2 minutes up on the board against Ojic, and the River Dragons will take to the power play for the first time tonight. Georgia power play was a bit anemic yesterday, 20%, though still good for 4th in the FPHL. Danbury 80% on the kill has them tied for 4th. Danbury wins the draw. DeSalvo ran out from behind his own net to try and play it out. Right point kept in by the Dragons. Doe with it in the corner to White center point. Now to Vanelli left wing circle. Vanelli with it there, trying to shoot it to the middle. Petrantonio, great deflection, but just missed the far post. Austin Doe, right circle, trying to go back door. Ruiz read that one before it could get to Vanelli. Ian White, left point. His shot deflected away. Rebound chance, Petrantonio, and DeSalvo slides across and makes a great save. White, right point to Vanelli, left circle. He pulls the trigger, and that one blocked by Brown and goes up into the netting and out of play. And we'll get a whistle. 3:34 to go here in the first. 1:25 remaining of Georgia power play time. River Dragons immediately looking dangerous on it, but Peter DeSalvo, man oh man, what a weekend he is having for the Hat-Tricks. Makes another grade A stop, keeps this game at 1-0. River Dragons keep that power play unit out there. It'll come up on a face-off to DeSalvo's right. Bersani and Anderson in on the draw. Bersani, the bigger false start. He stays in, though. Tries to box out. Wins it. Petrantonio to Vanelli. Top of the left wing circle. Vanelli trying to go back door. Ramped up off the stick, and Doe takes it off the corner boards. Cycles it for Bersani. Sells the rolling puck behind the net. Bersani, left wing corner. Walks out above the goal line. His shot goes across the crease. Was looking for a tap in for Doe, who wasn't near the post. White holds in at the right point. Knocked back to him from Lazaro. White now goes off the boards. Petrantonio trying to go after it. Gallagher takes an awkward stumble near the boards, but is able to keep the captain at bay. Now Bersani trying to fish it out of feet. It's a 2-on-2 battle over here on the near side corner of the Danbury end. Petrantonio trying to go up the wall. Does so to Vanelli. D to D. Right point over to White. White's pass is weak. Eventually finds Doe. Sticked out of the air by Petrantonio. No high stick, say the officials. Down ice it goes. A chance for a breakaway, but Levesque could not get on the end of it to try and go on it. Tied up in the Columbus end with 30 seconds remaining in this Georgia power play. White gets it out of his own zone, and then Brown plays it off of Grant Mentis up into the Danbury bench and out of play, and we get a whistle. 2:31 remaining here in the first. 22 ticks in the Tobias Ojic minor, which, by the way, was called for cross-checking. So cross-checking was a call. Then Ojic and Graham got into a fight. So that means after his 2 minutes is done, that is when the next 5 minutes will come up for him to serve and be ready to join his team. With how much time's left in the period, that will come back in the early part of the second. Grade has this behind his own net. Up ahead here for Nolan. 8 seconds left. The Georgia power play. Nolan, a cross-ice dump to the right wing. Underwood has it at the half wall. Behind the net for Riley. Riley, big check lead onto him there by Brown. Underwood finds the scraps, though. Underwood, right wing circle. Pass across. Hits Grant Mentis on the hip with it there. He can't lift the stick of Ruiz as he takes it away from him. Gets that one over for Atwell. Atwell on the far side wall, flips that one up. Grade knocks it down with the glove. No hand passes. He's the first one to touch it. Just puts it into the Danbury end, and Brown and Atwell will play a little catch. 1:45 left to go here in the first. 1-0. Hat-Tricks are in front, but the Danbury Hat-Tricks have iced the puck, trying to go for a dump-down pass. And the River Dragons will have an offensive zone chance here late in the first.
To the penalty box.
Columbus deciding where to put this puck. It'll be over to the right of DeSalvo. Dalton Anderson ready to take it against Adamo Aslan. Now it'll be Dustin Gisso as Gisso gets Aslan out of the circle. Anderson wins it clean to the left point. Carter gets it over to Vanelli. Vanelli, his shot. That one blocked away as Atwell had tied up with Schmidt in front. Another chance from the right point as Vanelli's shot just went wide of the far post. Schmidt gets tied up with Atwell. Those two cancel out, and Gisso takes the puck from behind his own net. Armstrong sticks it out of the air. No high stick, say the officials. Columbus free to play it. Armstrong across for Schmidt at the red line. He'll dump that one in. Ooh, that one hit the stanchion weird and gets around DeSalvo over the near wall. Anderson has that one flip up off of his body and will go out of play for a whistle. 1:11 left to go here in the first. And the River Dragons with another offensive zone draw. This one, no, it'll be a defense. It'll be a neutral zone draw. Referee pointed outside. Petrantonio not immediately questioning it as he comes out. Bersani with a few questions and answers for the linesman. He gets ready to drop this puck. Ruiz wins this one away from Bersani. We're back underway. Gallagher has this over on the near side boards in his own zone. Playing it up to Levesque. Levesque tries to get around Doe. Sends a pass to the red line. Ruiz and Ozelinch tied up. Here's Levekin over the line. His shot high and wide over the glove hand of Cosentino. Under a minute to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. 1-0 Hat-Tricks. Bersani, right circle. His shot off of a stick, and it goes wide. Bersani having some trouble on his left skate, it looks like, as he's trying to head off to the bench. White plays that into the zone, delayed off sides as Bersani hustles over. Now left wing and over the line is Ruiz. Ruiz shoots, and a blocker save made there by Cosentino. Rebound stung White. With some speed ahead, here's Riley. Riley will dump this one down. DeSalvo slows it up behind the net, and that is straight out of play off of DeSalvo. Hits over the glass into the netting, and we get a delay of game penalty against the netminder. 23.9 left to go here in the first. The River Dragons will have another Georgia Power play opportunity. Their second of the night. Couple of hat-tricks coming over to talk to DeSalvo. Just calm him down. Trying to tell him it's no big deal. Face-off will come to DeSalvo's left. Riley to take this against Anderson. And it looks like the surrogate player that will go in is Adamo Aslan. So Aslan will go in to serve. 23.9 remaining here in the first. Corey Anderson wins that one away from Riley. Grant Mentis stalled Atwell out from behind the net. DeSalvo pushes it around the left wing corner. Underwood takes the check. Up at the wall, Nolan, he tries to keep it in, gets around a man. And here's Giseau trying to go in at a breakaway, and Jake Gray beats him to that puck. 8 seconds left to go in the first. Grant Mentis, wild pass across, knocked away by a couple of different hat-tricks, played into the Columbus end, and that'll do it for the first period of play. Very entertaining period. Each team with 13 shots on the board. Oh, heads up here. Dustin Giseau and Kirk Underwood have some words for each other. Giseau just got shoved down by Grade. We might have some more penalties out of this. Everything seemed to be all calm after the dump down into the Columbus zone, but some words were said, and we have some hostilities to end our Sun South John Deere first period. Giseau with a finger point over to Marquise Grant Mentis. Unhappy with something from him. And now Giseau barking at the Columbus bench on his way off towards the locker room. Danbury crowd salutes the Hat-Tricks as they head off the ice. They are in front 1-0 as we get ready to take a break and head to the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. It's going to be a longer John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report because we're going to have the Ring of Honor ceremony here at Danbury Arena. We'll keep you up to date and tell you everything going on at ice level. We'll also recap that previous 20 minutes of play when we come back. John Emerald Distilling Intermission Report starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Have you been putting off projects on your property, waiting for the right time to buy a tractor? Come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the quality John Deere tractor with the implements to meet your needs. And owning a John Deere from Sun South is more affordable than ever with 0% financing for 72 months on select models. So why wait to tackle tough jobs on your property? Come see us for your John Deere at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offers expires February 28, 2022.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward, and we're taking you there. Progress, your Beam, your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar. Welcome back into the Danbury Ice Arena here in Danbury, Connecticut. River Dragons trail the Hat-Tricks by a score of 1-0. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along here. WTVM News Leader 9. Hey, how's it going, everybody, back in the Chattahoochee Valley? Fortunately, not been a great start for the River Dragons. They trail 1-0 on the goal from Nicola Levesque. Johnny Ruiz and Zachary Lazaro pick up the assist. 1-0 is all she wrote for the first 20 minutes of play. However, it is a slight bit of deja vu from what we had in last night's game, as the River Dragons had trailed 1-0 at that point as well. And Columbus was on the losing end on Friday, 4-1. However, we're sort of talking about it and breaking it down between breaks and saying, all right, what was the key thing from Friday into Saturday? Key thing from Friday for me was the 2 goals in 12 seconds late in the second period. You can't win a game in 12 seconds. You can't lose a game in 12 seconds. And as long as something like that doesn't happen, the River Dragons have been putting a good foot forward, as evidenced by the fact that they are even in shots right now, 13 apiece with the Danbury Hat-Tricks right now, have had power play opportunities, and barring if there was any additional penalties added on in that kerfuffle at the end of the period, because our score sheet has not yet updated on federalhockey.com. As long as nothing extra was picked up from there to even out the situation, the River Dragons will have a little bit more than 1:30 of power play time to start up the second. They looked very good on their first one of the night. In fact, Petrantonio was denied by Peter DeSalvo, who has had a phenomenal weekend thus far for the Hat-Tricks, keeping Columbus at bay for the better part of 80 minutes, only conceding the 1 5-on-3 goal back in the third. Right now, Hat-Tricks find themselves in front by a score of 1-0. Both teams 0 for 1 on their respective power plays. That means the River Dragons 0 for 1 on the Georgia Power play. However, they are just about 30 seconds or so through their second of the night, and 1 for 1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Let's go flip it back to the main cam right now, and we will take a quick look over at ice level, and we will see that the Danbury Hat-Tricks and Danbury Arena, they are going through their Ring of Honor ceremony right now. You might have been hearing that in the background of myself talking on camera. The 5 men being honored here tonight: Jim and AJ Galante, Dave McIsaac, Nick Niedert, and Matt Caranci. Going down the list from top to bottom, obviously the Galantes, that is father and son, Jim and AJ, and really the story of them can best be told through Netflix. The Danbury Trashers' Untold Crime and Penalties really documents the 2 or so seasons that are in the Danbury Trashers' history, and my, what a crazy 2 seasons it was, but it birthed something incredible here in the Hat City, as they brought a UHL franchise in, brought in sold-out crowd after sold-out crowd, and the fans and the community really took to it. So those 2, as builders, father and son can really be given a lot of credit to hockey here in Danbury. Actually had the pleasure of meeting both of them while we were going through the arena. Obviously, the Galantes had many friends and family around them, plus all those here in attendance in Danbury that know their name. Very big fans, so we didn't get too much chance to say hello, but passed by them on the way over here. Great people and great builders of hockey here in Danbury. Next on the list for the Hat-Tricks, well, it's their current head coach, Dave McIsaac. Dave McIsaac recently named head coach of the Hat-Tricks after the position was opened in the beginning of this season. But McIsaac, a Cambridge, Massachusetts native, all over the world, really, when you look at his elite prospects, but 2 years, including captaining the Danbury Trashers in 2005, 2006. He had 130 penalty minutes that season, 53 games, 39 goals. His time in the pros took him all over the country in terms of playing in Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Lowell, and Kentucky in the AHL and IHL. Of course, Danbury here in the UHL. And he also found stops overseas in Russia, Italy, Denmark, and Iceland as well. McIsaac has returned to Danbury as the head coach of the Hat-Tricks and is being honored today here in their Ring of Honor. Their next man down the line is Nick Niedert, and people in the FPHL should know the name Nick Niedert as AJ Galante is being saluted as he walks out onto ice level for the crowd. But Nick Niedert, I mean, just an unbelievable career that he had that we actually talked with him about last season on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, because he played his last pro games in the Columbus Civic Center when the Prowlers were there, and had a very distinct, and I'll just say it, very Fed-like end to his career. On a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going from Friday as a player, Saturday as a goalie, and Sunday as the head coach of the team, filling all three roles over that time. While it might not have ended the way he wanted, you just take a look at his Elite Prospects page, and it can go for about a mile long. So many different teams he has been able to say he has been a part of. Over 150 Fed games, 20 games in the ECHL, 43 in the SP. When you tally up all of his different pro-level stops, pro-level starts, pro-level games, he has appeared in over 300 games as a professional goaltender, which is something to say when you talk about being in the minor leagues. And Nick Niedert has had more than his fair share of stops in Danbury. He has both been a Whaler, a Titan, and a Hat-Trick. So 3 different teams on alumni night Nick Niedert can call himself an alumni of. And Matt Caranci is the 5th name that is being inducted here into their Ring of Honor. Matt Caranci, he has been a figure in the Fed, but not since 2017-18. Played 5 seasons with the Danbury Whalers when the Whalers were among the first teams to start up the founding of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. He also spent a year with the Danbury Titans, and he is an FPHL champion not once, but twice. The 2012-2013 season with the Whalers and the 2017-2018 season with the Watertown Wolves. The Ring of Honor ceremony, they are passing around the microphone to those that are being inducted. That seems like a good enough time for us to take a break. However, before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds, station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
As Dave said in his video before, we're looking to bring home a championship here this year. Again, thank you to the best fans in the world. Let's hear it one more time.
Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and take that break. When we come back, we take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's. That comes up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun, walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
We are back here at the Danbury Ice Arena as the Ring of Honor ceremonies have concluded. The 2022 class, Jim Galante, AJ Galante, Dave McIsaac, Nick Niedert, and Matt Caranci. Talked all about them. Now it's time to talk about Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. We had a very early start over at the McMorran Arena. 6:05 puck drop between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Port Huron Prowlers. They are halfway through the third period, about 9 minutes and some change to go. Thunderbirds hold on to their lead, but it is 2-1 now. We left it at 2-0. Brennan Young scored a goal for the Prowlers. 12:01 into the second. That is his third goal on the weekend. And the Prowlers find themselves within striking distance, but the clock is their enemy as Carolina looks to even up that series after the Prowlers won 5-1 on Friday night. Taking a look at the penalty summary, we do have a bit of a tilt. Dustin Henning, Troy McLean, they got into one, 8:05 mark of the second. Otherwise, nothing too out of sorts between those two teams. Elsewhere, the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena sees the Binghamton Black Bears and the Delaware Thunder. Black Bears up 2-0 on Delaware as it stands right now. Binghamton goals, both coming from Tyler Jurich, both assisted by Mo Levesque. Emil Strom gets in on the first one. Kyle Powell gets in on the second one. They're both in the first period. Shots on goal right now in favor of Binghamton, 19-13. And again, 3 minutes gone in the second period. Now, this game is important for both Danbury and Columbus because the River Dragons do still have a clinching scenario for playoffs available to them this weekend. While it is a long shot, thanks in part to the loss suffered on Friday, if Columbus can turn this game around, win not only tonight but tomorrow night as well, and take all 3 points for 6 points out of 9 on the weekend, and then the Delaware Thunder lose this game outright, do not take any points, the River Dragons would find an X by their name. On the other side of things, if you're if you're the Danbury Hat-Tricks, you're also looking at this game because the Delaware Thunder kind of influence everyone's magic number when it comes to clinching the playoffs. And while the Hat-Tricks and Thunder play a different amount of games, so you have to really work some fine percentages, the magic number roughly comes out to about 5 for the Hat-Tricks, 5 or 6, depending on the amount of points that end up getting picked up by the end of the season. But basically, if the Hat-Tricks combine for 5 to 6 points accumulated and the Thunder drop between 5 and 6 points, the Hat-Tricks will have that X by their name. So both teams not only playing for playoff positioning, but who might be having an X by their name by the end of the weekend. That's Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Taking a peek at the Southern Hockey scoreboard with the SPHL, we are just about to start the third period in Macon. And the Macon Mayhem lead the Birmingham Bulls by a score of 3-2. Pensacola and Roanoke, they are tied 2-2, 15.5 left to go in the second. Fayetteville 1, Knoxville 1, about a minute left to go in the first period there. And they're about to drop the puck, 8:10 East, 7:10 Central, Evansville at Quad City. Also, 8:15 East, 7:15 Central. Vermilion County is at Peoria. That makes Huntsville your 11th Nugget tonight in the SPHL. They start back up again on Sunday, 6 o'clock East, 5 o'clock Central puck drop when they welcome in their Alabama rival, the Birmingham Bulls. Quick peek at the SPHL standings while we have some time to kill thanks to the extended intermission here in Danbury. The Huntsville Havoc have already clinched a spot in the SPHL's playoffs with 62 points in 40 games played. The Knoxville Ice Bears on 61 points with also 40 games played. That lets you know by simple math the Ice Bears have one more point to gain, and then they will earn an X by their name. The rest down the way, Peoria in third, 58. Quad City in fourth at 54. Fayetteville 1 point behind them at 53. Then there's a bit of a gap, but a heck of a battle between 6, 7, and 8. Pensacola 41, Roanoke at 40 points, and Evansville at 39. Then there's another gap into ninth place, Birmingham 26, and then another gap, Macon 15 points, Vermilion County 11. Unless something drastic changes, it's going to be a lot of playoff positioning battles, and the top 8 might have already been figured out. But that's 6, 7, 8, very close, and 3 through 5 are within 5 points of each other as well in the Southern Professional Hockey League standings. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Let the Zamboni fly up and down the ice a little bit. When we come back, we'll be back on camera, getting ourselves all ready to go for the Wild Animal Safari second period. Don't go anywhere on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
If you know building materials, and I know you do, then nobody's going to be able to sell you something that you don't need at a price that is ridiculous to pay for. So you always go to Harvey Lumber for everything you need because you've come to expect no less than the very best product at the lowest possible price from the very best team of folks in the building materials business. But for other folks like me, I can't even build a stick. I need somebody that I can trust, not to try and oversell me or upsell me on things I don't need in the first place. I guess what I'm trying to say is I may not know a lot about building materials and the right tools for the job, but I do know Harvey Lumber. And I know that they have never and will never steer me wrong or let me down. You can always trust the folks that have been in business in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Dale Castile and that superb bunch of folks at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Welcome back into the Danbury Ice Arena. Welcome back into the Danbury Ice Arena as the River Dragons and the Danbury Hat-Tricks await to come back onto the ice here for the Wild Animal Safari second period. 1-0 the score in favor of Danbury thanks to the Nicola Levesque power play goal. Now, when we took a look back and seeing everything that had happened in that first period of play, a very scrappy game between the two teams. Not unlike what we hadn't already seen from the second and third period on Friday night, but you can just tell with a packed crowd, it being throwback night here in the Danbury Arena, there's a different energy in the building. Guys are going at each other a little bit harder, a little bit faster, and you can see that's going to build up throughout the game, and it really might come down to who's the better conditioned as long as this game is still within balance. Right now, Hat-Trick sitting at 1-0. Many things can happen over the next 40 minutes of regulation hockey, but as you really start to wear and tear on your body with all the adrenaline and all the energy here on a Saturday night, you also have to remember there's a Sunday 7 p.m. game between these two teams that is set to be played as well. So how much do you might leave in the tank for that particular game versus going out, especially if you're Danbury, wearing the Trashers replica jerseys, going out and putting on a show for these guys. Obviously, Hat Tricks right now have been doing a very good job throughout the weekend. The 4-1 win on Friday, so far up 1-0 Saturday. But you can tell the River Dragons are starting to click more and more. From the first period last night to the end of the first period tonight, you've been able to see a growth in the team. You've been able to see them moving the puck more effectively, knowing where the Hat Tricks like to set up defensively and trying to find the soft spots in there. There have been some great chances at Peter DeSalvo. Peter DeSalvo has just been a phenomenal netminder so far in this game. He has been on fire and keeping the Hat Tricks in front and keeping the River Dragons at plenty of an arm's distance. But no goaltender is perfect. Columbus, once they start to find some of those places, those passes that might connect through, find the openings in the defense, or even past Peter DeSalvo, you get one or two in and your confidence will start to spike. And when you start to quiet a crowd that's nearly sold out, maybe even entirely is sold out, like it is here in Danbury, it should be quite a fun experience, and it will really get the legs going and make you feel good, especially if you can take the win tonight and get over into Sunday as well. Still a lot of hockey left to go, though, in this one, I should say. And because of that, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be all set, ready to go for the Wild Animal Safari second period. Comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655. Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625. Welcome back into the Danbury Ice Arena here in Danbury, Connecticut. River Dragons trail the Hat Tricks by a score of 1-0 as we say goodbye to the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. Not before telling you about our friends over in John Emerald Distilling Country. That'd be Opelika, Alabama. Live tours and tastings up there at the distillery. And if you can't sample the products live from the source, check out a couple of our favorites here in Columbus that carry the John Emerald line of products, including Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown, Jarfly on 13th Street,
as well as the Bottle Shop on Broadway. John Emerald Distilling also brings you our weekly coaches show that you hear Tuesday nights, 6 to 7 p.m. on these same radio stations and the YouTube channel as well. Columbus River Dragons on YouTube if you're watching there, or if you're following along on WTVM News Leader 9, go check us out over there and give us a subscribe if you would. But the John Emerald Distilling Coaches Show in podcast form on the YouTube channel and 6 to 7 p.m. on all these same radio stations. Big thanks to them, proud partners of Ignite Sports and Entertainment. We await our teams to get back out onto the ice. We're resurfaced, we're dried, our nets are in place, and we are ready to go in just about 2 minutes or so from now. 25 minutes went up on the board for the intermission clock, and we were alerted to that, obviously, with the Ring of Honor ceremony and many other things that were happening down at ice level. And kind of interesting, that creates a longer time for the teams to be in the dressing room, but they come out, they know they're ready to play. But even 5 to 8 minutes can really throw a team off of its rhythm. Even though none of the actual hat tricks were involved in the on-ice ceremonies, just sitting in your locker room for a little bit longer than perhaps you're used to, for some hockey players can definitely throw off that maybe center of routine, that center of balance that you're used to as the River Dragons make their way out of their tunnel and onto the ice surface. So we'll see if that affects anybody as we get ready for the second period of play. Brought to you by Wild Animal Safari. Someone's getting slobbered on. Go see our friends up in Pine Mountain, Georgia for all their wildlife and outdoor exhibits. So much fun up at Wild Animal Safari. Mike Cosentino takes to the crease to our left, and the River Dragons dressed in their road whites. Sash Columbus across the chest, white helmets, black shoulders, pants and numbers with white, red, and teal trim throughout the uniform. They go left to right across your radio dials and TV screens here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Hat-tricks are back out, ready to start the second period for themselves, dressed in the Danbury Trasher replica uniforms, the black jerseys with white numbers, blue and silver striping on the sleeves and at the hips with white paneling down the rest of the uniform from there. A great throwback look and a reminder of the era of hockey that started everything here in Danbury. Over to our right, it is Peter DeSalvo manning the pipes, who's been perfect so far in this one, 13 saves on 13 shots. Hat-tricks go right to left. River Dragons go left to right. There is a hat-trick that has to serve in the penalty box. That'll be Tobias Ojic. Ojic still has minutes and 35, I believe it is. They'll put it up here on the penalty time clock in just a moment, but the River Dragons will start on the Georgia power play. Minute 36, my apologies. So the River Dragons on the Georgia power play for that long to start up this second period of play. It'll be 5-on-4. Looks like we did have a little bit of scuffling, as there are some players in the penalty box off of the end of the period shenanigans. But we're 5-on-4 right now in favor of the Dragons. Puck in hand, and we are underway here to start the second. Ruiz wins the opening draw for Danbury. White goes D-to-D across for Vanelli, and on the far side wall, he'll just drop it back for White. Skates it over the Rabbit logo at center. Left wing side to Doe, couldn't kick it to his stick. He bobbled it, and the hat-tricks dump it down the length of the ice. 1:15 remaining here in the minor penalty. Excuse me, that was Ojic and Graham in there. It's Jackson serving. We'll get to that in a minute. Vanelli backdoor. Petrantonio. He raises his arm up like he scored. DeSalvo went across. Knocked the post off. Did that puck go in over the line? They say no, but the Danbury bench is being held. Gallagher cannot come on. So 1:05 left to go in the Georgia power play. And we will have an offensive zone draw for the Dragons. My apologies, everyone. To catch you back up, the penalty was against DeSalvo, remember, for that delay of game late. That's being served by Adamo Aslan. And then Ojic and Graham were involved in that fight in the later stages of the first. That's why they are in the box. There were no extra penalties out of that end-of-period scrum in the first. We get a puck out of play off a stick clash. There'll still be an offensive zone draw here for the Dragons, but the hat-tricks are now allowed to change, and then you get the Brown and Atwell D pairing off the ice and change up behind them. All right, I think we're all caught up. We're now back to it. 19:24 to go in the second, and 1 minute remaining in the Georgia power play. Danbury wins the draw, trying to get it out. White, nice hold in with the glove, fires from the right point. Save made, rebound, Bersani loose. Another save made by DeSalvo. Kicked out to the right circle. Doe finds it there. White with it at the right point. There's a man down. That was Gallagher at the side of the net. He quickly picks himself back up. White center point. Vanelli left circle. Over to Doe. Now back to the top. White with a drive. Deflection. And a pass save made by DeSalvo. Trying to get it out. White holds in at the left point on the backhand. Down into the corner, Bersani. He takes a hit. Trying to move it up the half wall. He's still got it on his stick. Now he trades places at the left point with White. Down into the corner it goes for Doe. To the left point. White gets back there. Right point, Vanelli. Now with the circles. Left circle over for Doe. Waits. Pulls the trigger and sends it wide. Odd hop off the glass. Has it hit the netting and go out of play. And we get a whistle, and teams change up their lines with 20 seconds remaining in this Georgia power play for the Dragons. And MJ Graham and Tobias Ojic are allowed to leave their respective penalty boxes. Graham wondering if he's going to come out there with that power play unit. Jerome brings him back over to the bench. And it'll be Riley to take this draw against Corey Anderson, it appears. One over into the corner for the Hat-Tricks, and down the ice it goes as it's dumped down by Aaron Atwell. 12 seconds remaining in the minor penalty. Carter with some speed, a pass up the right wing side to Grant Mentis. He did not get a touch on it, but DeSalvo came out of his net to play it. That negated icing. Meanwhile, Adamo Aslan is out of the box. 2-on-2 as he hits the line with Kuznetsov, who brought the puck in. Carter over on the far corner, sends it around, and Grant Mentis now takes it to neutral territory. Grant Mentis, pass across. Hit Jusso on the tape with it. He bobbled it. And Danbury trying to get it back. Aslan hauled down through the neutral zone. Couple in the crowd wanted a call, but none coming. Riley in over the line, but it's offsides as Grant Mentis got in a little bit before the puck. 17:59 to go here in period 2. Still 1-0 Hat-Tricks. Face-off will come in front of the Columbus bench. Both teams change up their units. And Dalton Anderson wins that one away from Johnny Ruiz. White to Ozelinch, and from the red line, he'll dump that one in. Rims itself around the boards. Armstrong's tried to stand up a man there. Anderson worked it out of feet. Back to the right point for White. Down into that corner again. Armstrong with a man on his back cycles it down further. DeSalvo comes out of his net, helps it along its way to the far wall. Schmidt bobbling it between his feet. Anderson in support, keeps it in the zone. McDonald in front of his own netminder, plays this to an open left wing. Neely across, nice tape-to-tape pass for Levesque. Drops it back for Ruiz, and his one-timer caught the heel of his stick, and he got absolutely nothing on it. White slows up side of the net, allows Schmidt to grab the puck, and Schmidt will give it back for White behind. Now over for Schmidt, right wing side. Nice stick handle around Ruiz. Off the wall, taken by Dalton Anderson. Anderson with some space. Drop to Armstrong. Back for Anderson. He couldn't settle the puck, though, as it was bouncing around between his stick and his skates. On the near side wall, Hat-Tricks trying to skate this one out. Mealy gets it over to Ruiz. A pass up ahead for Ojic, hops over his stick, and Grade goes off the glass with it, hits Corey Anderson, and the Hat-Tricks gave it right back to Columbus. Hunter Bersani found a gift at the red line. Bersani, right circle. His shot ramps up off of Lazaro, and that one will go out of play for a whistle. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop, 1041 First Avenue in downtown Columbus. They'll be open 10 a.m. on Monday. You can call ahead for an appointment, 706-321-5930. That's 321-5930. Or visit oldschoolbarbershop.com, oldschoolbarber.com, the official barbershop of your Columbus River Dragons. Danbury trying to move this puck out. Lazaro was racing ahead for it in the neutral zone. Nolan cut him off. Behind the net, inside the Danbury zone. Hat-Tricks having some trouble getting it out. Right wing circle. Nolan thought about pinching on the play, but getting in front of the puck was White Duck, and Doe could not check him before it's dumped out towards center. Petrantonio with it at the red line. He chips it over to the right wing side. Austin Doe with it here. Doe being watched by Lazaro. He's first on it in the corner. Doe to the middle. Bersani couldn't kick it to his stick. Carter finds it left circle. His shot inadvertently blocked away by Petrantonio. He collects his own rebound behind the net, though. Back up to the left point for Carter. He fakes the shot. Ojic still all over him trying to block it. Bersani lets it go through him. Behind the net, it's picked up by Lazaro. Danbury tries to escape out this near side wing. They do on a nice pass up ahead to Anderson. Anderson through the middle, headmanning the rush. A shot right as the play is whistled down for offsides. Made one too many moves at the blue line, and we get a whistle. 15:47 to go here in the second, and it remains 1-0 Hat-Tricks. Face-off coming in front of the Danbury bench. Underwood and Gisso on this draw. Gisso will win it. Hat-Tricks running over the line with Kuznetsov, trying to chip it around Carter. Carter boxing him out on that far side wall. Vanelli takes a hit, but puts it into the path of Carter. He couldn't get around Gisso near circle. Vanelli then forces it out to center. Atwell trying to give it a touch, and they say he could have given it a touch, so that negates icing. Atwell plays it up to Gisso in the neutral zone. Left wing, he hits the line. 2-on-3 with Underwood back checking. Gisso gets around a man. Pass back door. He tried to go Forsberg on Cosentino, actually, and he put it wide. Looked like he had a backdoor set up to Kuznetsov, and Underwood, great job dodging the check of Gisso as he gets it over to Vanelli. Body's starting to fly. The speed picking up here. 5 minutes gone in the second. Grant Mentis at the left point. There's a penalty coming up here against Danbury. Cosentino just now realized it as the Hat-Tricks get the touch. And with 14:59 to go in the second, we will get a media timeout. Dustin Gisso being escorted to the box. We'll let you know of his crimes after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
What's a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at the Danbury Ice Arena. 14:59 to go in the second. And another Georgia power play starting up here for the Dragons as Dustin Gisso sits in. 2 minutes. And it'll be up on the score sheet in just a moment from what I've been told. But it is the third Georgia power play of the night. River Dragons 0 for 2 previous. And looking to tie up this game. Face-off coming to the left of DeSalvo. Bersani ties up with a man. Ian White has it at the right point. Gets it over to Vanelli, left point. Back for White at the center. Now to the right circle, Austin Doe. Doe to White. One-touch pass over to Vanelli, left wing circle. Vanelli, left point. Now to the left circle. His shot blocked away as Bersani was trying to set a screen in front. Dumped down the length of the ice by the Hat-Tricks. And Vanelli will go collect it at the bottom of his own circles. Slashing is the call against Dustin Gisso. Georgia power play still on for another minute and 25. White, left wing circle with it. Pass across to Vanelli, right point. Vanelli winds up a shot, hits a stick, and that one will go up into the netting and out of play, and we get a whistle. 14:16 to go here in the second, and it remains 1-0 with 1:17 to go, and Gisso's slashing minor. Face off to the left of DeSalvo. Graham against Anderson. Anderson will win it. Weak clearance attempt by Atwell. Held him by Grade at the right point, but then Anderson played it off of Grade. It hit him on the back and goes out towards neutral ice. Graham drops it back here for Grade. 14 minutes left to go here in the second. MJ Graham takes his time on the near side circle. Whiffed on a pass back to Grade. He'll just skate it up himself. Now gets it over to Nolan, who gloves it down to his stick. Now to Grade at the red line. Feeds Underwood. He's in over the zone. 3-on-3. Underwood goes underneath the goal line. Brings it out in the forehand left wing corner. Takes a big hip check right there from Mealy. Nolan with this puck at the left point as he holds in. Underwood back onto his feet. Nolan right circle. Drives it. Too many bodies in front on the block. Nolan gets dumped down. Grade right circle. He shoots. And that one goes wide. MJ Graham with it at the half wall. He takes a hit. Nolan left point. Down to Grant Mentis. Trying to go to the middle. Blocked there by Atwell. Rebound still loose in the slot. Graham finds it. His shot blocked by Mealy. And we get a whistle out of all of this. And we get a player down for the Hat-Tricks. Looks like that's Atwell down to a knee.
Hey fans, going back to the Texas Roadhouse movie clip, that was Ocean's 11, the original Ocean's 11.
Atwell hunched over but skating off under his own power. And referees discussing, don't think there's going to be any kind of penalty picked up here by Columbus, so we'll remain on the Georgia power play for the final 17 seconds. Atwell being looked at over on the Danbury bench.
From the Baltimore Colts fan club, David Brager is here.
Face-off coming to the left of DeSalvo. Won by Riley, but White can't hold it in at the right point as it bounced around a stick. Ozelinch and White play a little catch at their own blue line. There are 10 seconds remaining here in the power play. Riley gains the red line, hard dump into the half wall, and out up to the left point. Ozelinch just able to hold it in, deflects off of his stick. Did it deflect off of Anderson as well? Yes, it does, as they point into the offensive zone for Columbus. And with 2 seconds left in the power play, an offensive zone draw coming up to DeSalvo's right, barring a crazy face-off play. 2 seconds later, the River Dragons will be 0 for 3 on the Georgia power play tonight. Anderson v. Ruiz on this draw. Anderson wins it to Riley at the half wall. 2 seconds and 1. Out of the box comes just so, 0 for 3. On the power play tonight of the Dragons. Pass to the middle. Off target for Riley. Danbury chips it out to center. And White with a little give and go with Ozelinch. He's got it at his own blue line. Up to Anderson, left wing. Dumped into the zone. DeSalvo has it behind his own net. Takes his time to let it settle. And White pinches, holds it at the right point. And it's found by Anderson, right circle. Dalton Anderson back to Ian White. He lets one go. And a save made. DeSalvo had absolutely no traffic in front of him. And makes an easy stop with 12:31 to go here in the second. River Dragons have the first 5 shots of the period. Each team had 13 to begin the second period. Right now it is 18-13 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, no compromise. Still though, Peter DeSalvo has been phenomenal as he continues to shut down the River Dragons offense. Hunter Bersani trying to fish it out of a scrum. Corey Anderson on his back. He gives him a two-hander across the numbers. Still tied up in this scrum. Corey Anderson eventually works it out, and Bersani finishes his check on him. Meanwhile, dumped down ice. Cosentino comes out to play that, and he just had it a half step before Ojic. Ojic still with it here, right wing circle, being watched by Ozelinch. Cycle down to Anderson. A centering feed was behind its intended target. Doe finds it in the high slot. His outlet pass gets knocked down. Here's White Duck left circle to the middle. Anderson tied up with Bersani. Ian White with it here. White finds some space, gives it over to Ozelinch. Nice toe drag around one, gets it up ahead for Doe. Doe with some speed, right wing. Tries to go outside in there on Atwell. He took him to the corner instead, and Atwell took it away from him. Just so. Nice pass. Staying on side, here's Ojic. Left circle, pass to the middle. Knocked away by Carter. Definitely put it between his legs into a less dangerous area. McDonald holds in left point. His shot deflected away. Rebound, score, Ojic. Good shot from McDonald after he held in at the left point. Too many bodies in front, and Tobias Ojic just sort of waved his stick at where the puck was amidst all the legs. Cosentino didn't see it coming, as it went 5-hole on him, hits the back of the net, and the Hat-Tricks now lead it 2-0. Center ice drop between Underwood and Jasso. We are back underway here in Danbury. Hat-Tricks skate this one into the zone. Left circle. Here's Brett Jackson being watched by Vanelli. Vanelli going shoulder to shoulder with him. Pass back to the right point. Blocked by Carter. And Carter wants to put numbers ahead. MJ Graham for Carter. Up in on the play. Left wing side. 3-on-3. Carter's shot. Schmidt dumped down. Penalty coming up at the end of this one. Touched in that corner. And the River Dragons, even though they're now down 2, will head up to another Georgia power play as an interference signal is given.
Hey, we're celebrating a birthday here tonight.
That'll be number 8, Johnny McDonald, the Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania native. He'll sit for 2. Interference the call. And a face-off will come to the left of DeSalvo. Another Georgia power play, 4th of the night for Columbus. 0 for 3 so far. Columbus wins it. Grade to Carter, center point. Now right circle here for Graham. He tries to fire a shot, and that one blocked. And skating it out of danger is Ruiz. Can't go through the legs of Grade. Grade holding him off as he moves it to the left wing side to Grant Mentis. Now up ahead here for Underwood. Underwood fires, blocker save, rebound Grant Mentis, and he put it off the side of the net. Grant Mentis still with it, trying to drive it out in front. Too many black shirts in front. Graham sends it around. Underwood with it at the half wall. Back for Graham, now back to Underwood. Left circle, pass to the right point. Grade fakes the shot, rims it around. MJ Graham with it here. He's being watched by Gallagher. To the left point, Carter. Nice sauce pass, left circle. Underwood to the goal line. Graham had that one go through his legs, and off the backboards, down the ice it goes, off the stick of Jackson. 10:15 to go here in the second. 1:05 remaining in the Georgia power play. River Dragons down 2-0 here in Danbury. Carter over for Ian White. White 4-on-3 as he hits the line. Left point, he's stopped up. A pass, Anderson reads it. White holds in nicely along the wall. Tied up, still in the zone. White holds the blue line again, gets it to Doe. Doe to Bersani, boxing out a man. Off the wall to Vanelli, right circle. Vanelli faked a pass down, retreating a bit to the blue line. Now it's flipped up off of Levesque and goes out of play for a whistle. We get immediate timeout. 9:44 to go in the second. 38 seconds of power play time when we come back on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Danbury Ice Arena, 2-0. Hat-tricks in front of the River Dragons. Say goodbye to auto repair bills. We all know your auto manufacturer's warranty only goes so far. So what happens when your warranty expires, when your engine or transmissions fail? Who pays for that? You do, unless you have Olive Mechanical Breakdown coverage. Covering 10 model years and newer, up to 140,000 in mileage. Across the U.S., people are keeping their cars longer. Get coverage that goes the distance. Here to save you money, Olive.com, the online leader in auto mechanical breakdown coverage. Still more than 30 seconds of power play time as the River Dragons have won an offensive zone draw. White to the right circle for Doe. Doe's got it, looking for a passing lane. Goes back to White. He shoots quickly. Pad save made, and the rebound cleared away by Atwell. Down the ice it goes. White over to Vanelli. Circle to circle in his own end. Now off the wall. Petrantonio has it right wing. Tries to play a pass through. Eventually finds its way to Doe after taking a touch off a couple of hat tricks. White Duck tries to get this one out. He succeeds, and he finds his man Ojic. Ojic will just play that one into the zone, and Petrantonio will take it behind his own net, dropping it there for White as the penalty is over to Johnny McDonald. 0 for 4 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. Vanelli passes it behind the net. Doe tries to rim it around. White pinching in to hold in right point. Petrantonio fends off a man. That is just so. But Kuznetsov will have it now. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Kuznetsov shot ramped up off of a stick, and it goes out of play. A defensive zone draw coming up for the Dragons. Well, unfortunately, it's been deja vu for the Dragons from Friday to Saturday night. 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. 4 power play opportunities compared to 1 for the hat-tricks, and yet Columbus 0 for 4 on them, and they find themselves down 2 right now because of it. Riley and Gisso tie up on the draw. Kuznetsov holds it in. His shot just wide of the blocker hand, and it's held on to there by Cosentino, who will take another whistle coming up to his right. 8:37 now left to go here in the second. Riley and Gisso in on the draw. Riley wins it over to Nolan. Nolan takes it behind the net, being chased by Kuznetsov. Dropped back here for Jake Grade. Grade up ahead to Armstrong, and now Anderson tries to settle a bouncing puck. Just plays it into the Danbury zone, but quickly taken away there by Gallagher. Down the ice it goes. Jake Grade will have it here behind his own net. Takes a hit as he makes a pass up ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong with some space, right wing. Now passes to Riley as he takes a hit. Riley right circle fires, but it's offsides. just as he came in over the line. So we get a whistle. 8:10 left to go now in the second, and it's still 2-0. They offered up a scoring correction on the second Danbury goal. So let's go ahead and tell you about it. For those of you keeping score with us at home, 8:32 mark of the Wild Animal Safari second period. It is Tobias Ojic, Kodiak White Duck, and Dustin Jasso will pick up the assist. So McDonald's shot pinballed around so many people that he ends up not getting an assist. That's a tough break for him, but he'll be happy because his team is currently up 2-0. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second. Firing a shot from the blue line is Levesque. That one blocked by Ozelinch. Levesque, a second effort, again ramps up off of Ozelinch and will go into the netting and out of play. Ozelinch, he's a big boy. He's hunched over a little bit, though. It looks like that first one might have stung him a little bit, but he's toughing out the rest of this shift. Face off to the left of Cosentino. Underwood to take this draw against Ruiz. Ruiz won it, right point. Now it's tied up here, White and Levesque. Levesque loses an edge. White easily finds it. Graham's able to kick it out to center. Can he get around McDonald? McDonald had the inside edge out on the whole way. Ozelinch chops it a man. Look out, here's numbers here for the hat-tricks. Levesque, right circle, passing it back for Mealy, and he couldn't hold on to it. Underwood with some speed finds Grant Mentis left wing. He couldn't handle the pass cleanly. Second effort gets the pass over the blue line to Underwood, whose shot just goes wide of the blocker hand. Graham can't hold in along the half wall, goes all the way back to the Columbus blue, and Carter and Vanelli will play a little catch there. 7:15 to go here in the second. Dragons trail 2-0. Carter with speed, fighting through some stick work of Ojic. Left wing corner, he slows it up, now rims it down underneath the net. Carter takes a big hit for his efforts. MJ Graham finds a loose puck behind the cage. Graham tied up here with Daniluk. Ruiz picks it out of feet, and here come the hat-tricks the other way. Ojic and Bersani, they cancel out. Ojic finds the puck again, and will play it back into his own zone as both teams are changing here. In front of the red line, Anderson slaps us into the zone. Cosentino will tee it up for Vanelli, who takes it behind the net. Vanelli skating this one. White Duck hard on the forecheck, forcing Columbus now to go to the near side. Doe to Carter. Now here's Vanelli over the red line, chipped it into the zone. Petrantonio racing after it. Atwell in at him first. Atwell trying to send this one through the near boards. Petrantonio picks it off the wall. His shot blocked away by DeSalvo. Bersani with it at the half wall. Good counter check as he sits down a man. Doe from behind the net to Bersani. Toe drag, backhand to forehand. Great glove save to Salvo. Sliding down with one arm down. And now there's a pile up at the side of the net around him as DeSalvo appears to have jumped on this puck. And everybody's got a body around him. Doesn't look like anybody's willing to drop the gloves here. But what a play as Hunter Bersani went backhand to forehand. Thought he could slide it past DeSalvo. But he had great anticipation, dove and laid across the goal line essentially to keep that puck out and keep this game at 2-0. I tell you what, Pete DeSalvo is having one of those weekends right now that tells you he is one of the premier goaltenders in the FPHL. Also, lets you know why he was so coveted in leagues higher. How he made it back down, I don't know. After the film of this one, he could be heading back up relatively soon. Who's to say? DeSalvo adjusts all of his equipment, collects himself, and he's ready to defend against this draw coming up to his left. Riley and Jasso scrape at it, and Jasso able to win it. Lazaro takes a check there from Riley. He crumples into a heap in the corner. Hat-trick still have it. Kuznetsov passed down ice. It was touched there by Jackson to negate icing, but he couldn't go after it. Nolan takes a big hit. Dalton Anderson can't get it out. Held there by Jasso to Jackson, trying to go backdoor Kuznetsov, and the puck didn't get there in time. Cosentino had the angle shut down. Armstrong, near side boards. Riley gets it out, flips it, red line, trying to race in after it. DeSalvo going to come out of his net to play it. He'll rim it around back to the near side half wall. Riley plants down Brett Jackson, but the pass makes its way back behind the Danbury net. And a play up the far wall. Kuznetsov as he got a touch just above the red line. 5:15 left to go here in the second. Ozelinch has it in his own end. River Dragons going left to right across your radio dial. The Wild Animal Safari second period. Underwood ahead for Grant Mentis. He forgot the puck. Now Ozelinch finds a loose one at center ice. And MJ Graham skates it in over the line. Right wing side, whiffed on one, dumped down. Second effort, he'll play it in. Underwood, left wing corner to Grant Mentis. Behind the net, trying to bring it out in front, and he was bodied up before he could get back to that puck. Now Danbury coming in with this over the red line. This one will be dumped in here by Mealy. Ozelin stays in front of Levesque. Underwood gets himself free and pounces it off the glass and out. White at his own blue line. Up ahead for Grant Mentis. Knocked away by Atwell. Ozelinch to MJ Graham. Backhanded it in, left wing. Columbus changing behind this. 4.5 left to go here in period 2. Atwell near corner. Petrantonio offers up a stick, deflects the pass, keeps it in the zone for a moment. And now Danbury's out of their own zone. Levesque has the red line, shoots it in. Weird play off the corner boards. Danbury's in the middle of a change, though, so no immediate threat of danger as Chase Carter's got it with some speed. Got it with some crafty skating as he was trying to get away from Corey Anderson. Thought he was going to turn that up ice. Anderson stayed with him. Now he passed it over far side to Bersani. Puck falls free for Carter again. Now he's in over the line. Carter's shot. Save made DeSalvo. Rebound kicked out. Bersani finds it. High slot. Doesn't have anything to shoot at as he's being checked there by Ojic. Petrantonio into the right wing corner for Bersani. He shoots, and that one high over the bar. Held in by the glass. Carter holds in left point. His shot blocked. And Daniluk will find an avenue to get this one out. Ojic with the touch, and Vanelli after it first in his own zone. Blind pass up through the middle. Lazaro tied up with Petrantonio. Not enough, though, as Lazaro dumps it in. Cosentino slows it and reverses it back. Austin Doe on the far wall gets it up to Bersani. Bersani at the red line. Stretch pass, rink side, over to Petrantonio. Right circle, he fires. Goes off of a stick, up into the netting and out of play. 3:16 left to go in the second. It is still 2-0 hat tricks on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boiled and bagged seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
We are back here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Columbus River Dragons trail the Danbury Hat-Tricks by a score of 2-0. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy to have you along tonight on WTVM News Leader 9, as well as the River Dragons Radio Network and our YouTube channel as well. 3:16 to go here in the second. River Dragons out shooting the Hat-Tricks 23-16. That's a second period total of 10-3. Despite that, though, the Hat-Tricks have found the back of the net again and are in front 2-rip. Daniluk tries to get this one out. Nolan holds in from the left point, slaps underneath the goal line. Check laid on there by Armstrong. Reversed around by the Hat-Tricks. Kuznetsov trying to get it out. He fanned on the puck, and Daniluk able to force it to center off boards. Armstrong slaps that one in, hits the glass, goes onto the backside of the net, and it rested there for a moment. Hat-Tricks were content to take a whistle. However, River Dragons forced him off it. Now Riley right circle a shot. Pad save made. Rebound loose side of the net. Still there for DeSalvo. He'll put a glove on it there. Armstrong, he gets a cross check from Giseau, and those two are tangoing over in the right wing circle. Armstrong tries to get himself free. Now he'll shove at Giseau, send him down to the ice. And now Giseau will shove back. Giseau will drop the gloves, so too will Armstrong. It's Army's second fight of the night. Those two are pinned up against the boards. Giseau trying to get in a right. Armstrong frees up the left. They're going at it from behind the nets. The crowd right at ice level on the glass getting a heck of a show as those two wrestle down to the ice. Impossible for me to tell who's on top with the net and Peter DeSalvo in the way. .241 to go in the second. And Giseau will opt to head to the dressing room to serve out the first part of his 5 minutes. Armstrong will sit in the penalty box. Justin Schmidt gives him some head taps for that. We'll get ourselves resettled here. And remember, it was a frozen puck by DeSalvo. Don't know if the defenseman had creeped down for Columbus or not. We all got distracted by the fight. That's for the referees to decide, and any additional penalties that could come out of this. So far on the 3 fights we've seen, it's all just been straight 5s, and now Armstrong will make his way across the ice surface and head off to his locker room. So referees still discussing with the off-ice officials here in Danbury. Petrantonio and Ruiz patiently await the verdict. And they've pointed down into Columbus's zone, so it looks like an extra 2 will be going against Armstrong out of this. Petrantonio leaves the referee's circle, and so does Ruiz. The referees point down into Columbus's end, so hat-trick power play coming up as Levi Armstrong has an extra 2 minutes up against him. Instigating, roughing, not sure what the call is just yet, as only fights are up right now. Faceoff will come to the left of Cosentino, and it will be the second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength, 1-for-1 previous. Ruiz wins that one clean. Mealy back to the blue line. Lazaro has it here, now to the right circle, back for Mealy. Mealy at the hash mark, stick handling underneath the goal line. Levesque with it at the far post. White quickly on him to tie him up. Puck is free between feet, and Mealy finds it, brings it over to the near wall now. Mealy skates it to the high slot. Underwood watching him clog up the shooting lane. Mealy back to his post at the right circle. Now back up to Gallagher. Gallagher, right circle, fires off the post. Rebound goes wide, and trying to drag it back into the crease, and it cannot be fired on. Cosentino's goal stick is behind him in the net. Mealy pass across, and White intercepts it, and the River Dragons have 3-on-1 if they hustle. MJ Graham, left wing side, great back check by Gallagher. Able to take it away from MJ. Cosentino's reacquired his goal stick. Now Ruiz, a drop pass here to the right circle. Mealy lost an edge off a hip check, and Graham shoots it to center ice. Atwell and Brown play a little catch at the home blue line. Mealy up ahead here. Tobias Ojic fresh off the bench to start up the next power play unit. Petrantonio takes a hit, but shoots it down the length of the ice undeterred. 52 seconds remaining, and the extra penalty picked up by Armstrong, who was called for slashing, which puts the River Dragons on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. 1:25 to go in the second. Here come the hat-tricks up ice, left wing side. Atwell tries to get around Doe. Doe, nice job standing him up just before the blue line. Brown in front of his own net to Kuznetsov. Now gets the wheels turning as he wheels it to the right wing side. Kuznetsov trying to get around Carter. He jumps around him and succeeds. Drives the goal line. Backhand effort. Great poke check right there by Cosentino. Atwell holds it in. Gets it over to Brown at the right point. Brown down into the corner. Corey Anderson. Anderson picks it off the wall. Back up to the right point for Brown. D to D across. Atwell. Atwell to the left circle. Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov. Petrantonio. Good stick. Pokes it away from him and out towards center ice with less than a minute to go here in the second period. 2 seconds and 1. And out of the box comes Schmidt serving the extra minor for Armstrong. Vanelli from the near side circle dumps this one down. It would have been icing, but it's on net, so DeSalvo has to make the stick save. DeSalvo plays that one out all the way to the red line. Carter will quickly shoot it right back in. Dragons touch up on the delayed offsides. 24 seconds left to go here in the second. Daniluk waits behind his own net. Mealy at the red line. Now over to Levesque. Pass was behind him, and Dalton Anderson lays it back for his defenseman with 12 seconds remaining in the period. Carter takes a hip check from Ely. Able to take it well. Turns it up ice with 4 seconds left. Stretch pass up ahead here for Riley. Trying to get back to that puck for a shot. He cannot. Good stand-up effort by Dmitry Daniluk. Will hold him at bay. And the River Dragons cannot find the score sheet in that period. And Danbury has a 2-0 lead heading into the locker room. 40 minutes in the books. Teams head off the ice. This time, while they're heading off, a lot less eventful. Don't see any skirmishes breaking out. Columbus all down into their tunnel. Danbury over in the tunnel to our left. And with that, it's time to take another break. When we come back, the McDonald's second intermission report starts up. 2-0 Danbury, the end of 40 minutes here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network. Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a fresh